Hi guys, so for this build I thought that I would do a Korean inspired tiny house or like a little cottage, because actually the most popular build that I've ever done was inspired by Korean houses, but it was a modern one. So I kind of wanted to do a more traditional one, and I also like to do tiny houses. So seeing as I did a more Western style tiny house recently, then yeah, I decided to do a traditional Korean build as well. So this one's really small actually, but I still wanted to give it that traditional feel and layout. I don't know if I did it justice. I hope that I did, but yeah, I hope you guys like it. I think that I want to do a full-sized Korean house after this as well, and by that I mean like a traditional one. And I would like to revisit the modern architecture that they do as well. There's just so many themes and ideas that you can do in this game, which is awesome. Of course, they don't have packs that are specifically Korean inspired, so I kind of just had to improvise and use whatever products in the game were kind of closest to what I was seeing on the internet, because I pulled up a lot of Google Images and also Pinterest. And if you haven't been on Pinterest before, this isn't sponsored, but if you haven't been on Pinterest before, it is amazing and I love it. Also, if you can hear squeaking in the background, that is my cat. She's also sitting on the office chair with me, and my office chair squeaks, and she is behind me and tapping me on the back because she wants attention. Yep, she's shaking my hand now. It's so cute. Yeah, so I hope you guys like the external walls. I was looking for something that had the wooden cladding on it, because yeah, if you look at pictures on Google and on Pinterest, you will see that the houses have that wooden exterior cladding. And also, of course, they have those very traditional looking roofs. Typically they're black from what I could see. So I tried to recreate them in the game, but of course it was kind of difficult. You can see that I'm kind of struggling, so I skipped ahead, just so that I don't bore you guys, because yeah, it took me like 5 to 10 minutes to work out the roof layout that I wanted. And then I end up extending it over the veranda area to create a covered walkway. So yeah, oh, also the borders, I don't know what to call these, like the roof trims, somehow they were looking kind of uneven, so I apologize for that. There's one section where it looks a bit uneven. I don't know what was going on there. I don't know if that's like a glitch in the game or just a glitch in my roof building skills, but yeah, for some reason that happened. And then in a minute I come in and add like windows and doors and everything, which again I was like, oh, what could I put in? Because I guess Korean traditional architecture is not one set style. I was kind of generalizing, and of course in different eras, in different time periods, there would have been different styles. So I try to just generalize here, and I hope I don't like offend anyone. But yeah, I kind of want to do a modern one after this, so like I said. But yeah, I was noticing that they have verandas a lot of the time, which I think is a good idea, because then you can like have doors opening onto the verandas and like let the cool air in, which is so important in summer. Maybe not if you live in a cold climate, but yeah, somewhere like a country in Asia might get quite hot. I know certainly in Australia it gets very hot. And then also another thing that I noticed that happens that appears in these traditional Korean houses are verandas with the beams, so they have the columns. Yeah, so I went back and looked. I actually paused recording, went back and looked, and saw that they had those columns, and then came back into the game and added them. When I was first thinking of doing this build, I didn't actually think about that. I kind of didn't know to add that, so there's me fixing my roof again, because that roof was just a nightmare. I don't know, it was so hard. If I could go back and edit it, I would probably bring the roof in a little bit because it does extend quite far, but anyway. So yeah, you can see the layout there now that I've taken the level down a bit. So yeah, just one bathroom, one bedroom, a little entranceway, and then a kitchen and a dining room. And the dining room is sort of it's kind of comparable to like a Japanese tea room. I don't want to say that they're like the same culture or the same country, but that's what it reminded me of. So yeah, it's a tiny house. And also, can you see those windows there that like open onto the middle section? So that was supposed to be a courtyard. If I was building a bigger house, I would have made that a courtyard, but because it's a smaller house, it's just like kind of a central veranda. And then I put those windows that are open to the environment there because that's kind of what I was seeing in the builds. Not exactly, but very similar. So yeah, that's what I was seeing in the pictures. Yeah, that's like very traditional style, surely, because I think people would prefer glass windows these days, but the traditional buildings, yeah, were looking like that. And also I put in quite a few windows, and these I thought were quite appropriate to the style. And then I was like, oh, you know, what walls should I put in, what wallpaper, because I couldn't really decide what looked the most appropriate, and then I decided to go for a slightly more intricate wooden clad wallpaper sort of thing. So yeah, also yeah, this bedroom's really small. But then I do like the idea that I do like the fact that I made the bathroom a little bit bigger, because yeah, I just had to like jumble around the interior a little bit to try and work out what the best layout would be, because not only are you wanting to be accurate in your depiction of the theme of the Korean traditional build, you're also working with a really small space. So getting that layout right was kind of hard, but I think I got there in the end. I don't know, what do you guys think? Yeah, and also I struggled finding windows that like fit to the small areas. Yeah, and also I kind of wish that there was more of a mattress style bed, like, so just like a mattress on the floor. I don't know actually if Koreans do that. I know Japanese do that. So yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I kind of wanted a mattress on the floor in there. And then this coffee table I thought was a good idea because it looks similar to the ones that I was seeing on Pinterest, and they had these like futon type chairs surrounding a coffee table type table on the floor. So I tried to find something as close to it as possible. I was kind of hoping that there would be pillows that I could put on the floor, but as of yet, we don't have any pillow chairs. So yeah, those futons were the closest thing I could get. And then I got these like paper lantern type thingies to put in. Yeah, I thought that they suited the theme of the house. Also, oh my god, this kitchen was a bit of a challenge. I kind of struggled with the layout a little bit because, yeah, it's such a small kitchen and it's got those open windows there as well, so you're missing like a whole wall like where you could put stuff against, if that makes sense. So yeah, I put that traditional wood burner stove in there and a brass sink to try and make it look a little bit more traditional. And of course I have to go back in and add lights, but yeah, for the first time in a long time I was using those paper lantern type lights and I was loving it. So yeah, I hope you guys like this build. I just go in now and like add the exterior, little exterior details. But yeah, I really enjoyed building this because it's something very different to what I normally do, and when you have to stick to a certain style, it presents quite a challenge, but a really fun challenge. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next videos.